Hello, students. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. The weather was fantastic, so I hope you had the chance to get outside and really connect to nature. This week, we are going to start our poetry unit again. We have read a variety of poems throughout the year, and this week you will be able to read several different poems. And you will see that they all kind of have the same meaning, the same theme. They are connected in certain ways. So for today, we will be reading a poem that deals with having an understanding of theme and tone. You will read a poem and you will analyze it and evaluate it to better understand the lesson or moral that is being given and how the author or speaker feels towards the subject matter. Let's get started. For this week, we have several learning targets for poetry. We have, I can cite extensive evidence to support thorough analysis of a text. I can evaluate and summarize complex themes or central ideas. I can evaluate the impact of the relationship between the setting of a story or drama and the characters or plot. I can determine the effectiveness of words and phrases in a text, and I can analyze and evaluate the impact of rhymes and other repetition of sounds on a specific verse or stanza of a poem or section of a story or drama. And finally, for Monday, I can analyze the techniques the author uses to develop and contrast the points of view of different characters or narrators in a text. It is obvious that when we read, we are touching upon many different skills and learning targets and not just one, because stories and poems are jam-packed full of action and information, and we deal with lots of characters and the way that the author or speaker feels towards a subject matter, so we are always working on more than one skill. For Monday, we are going to be reading a poem, and you guys will have to evaluate it to understand the theme. A theme is a moral the characters learn throughout the story. The theme is a lesson or moral the characters may learn throughout the story, and readers like us should learn a lesson as well, sort of like a universal lesson, something that everybody can understand throughout the world, throughout the country. The theme may be a broad idea about life, and we learn the theme through the actions and words of the characters. Some examples of theme are love, kindness, friendship, nature brings wonder, determination, and never give up. Over the last several months, we have read a variety of stories, such as Rikki-Tikki-Tavi, Theseus and the Minotaur, and we have been able to analyze lots of themes throughout those stories. And you guys should understand by now that stories can have more than one theme. For example, Rikki-Tikki-Tavi, if we analyze that story to identify a theme, we can understand that courage or having courage is one of those themes, or being determined, or staying loyal to your family. The same thing with Theseus and the Minotaur. Theseus was courageous enough to stand up to the king and be able to kill the Minotaur. So as you can see, there are many different types of themes that are displayed throughout stories, and there could be more than one theme in a story. And keep in mind that as we are considering theme in our stories or poems, a theme is usually not stated, but it must be inferred. Therefore, you kind of have to think about it. You have to take on and understand what the characters are doing and saying, and their actions and dialogue might tell us or might allow us to understand what it is we must learn. And then the words the author or speaker uses throughout a poem or story can definitely help us as well. Their words can give you a positive feeling, maybe a negative feeling, and then from that, you should be able to understand and indicate what the theme is. Notice over here that I do have some common themes in books, stories, poetry, dramas, anything. So these are some of your common themes. Acceptance, courage, we see that a lot, especially with Rikki-Tikki-Tavi, Theseus and the Minotaur. Perseverance, cooperation, compassion, honesty, kindness, and loyalty. Again, loyalty we have seen a lot. And you will continue to see these common themes throughout literature in 7th grade and 8th grade, and then definitely through high school. Today you'll also be focusing on tone, the author's attitude towards the subject of a story. Tone can be a formal, it can be informal, it can be serious, it could be sad, it could be cheerful, and much, much more. Over the 7th grade year, we have dealt with tone a lot. And tone can be portrayed through words being used within a story. Think about how the words make you feel. Tone can also be connected to the mood of a writing piece. Tone and mood are very, very similar. Some examples of tone. We are going on vacation, yay! So that might have a very cheerful, exciting tone. I can't believe we have a test today. I'm so not ready. So that definitely has a tone or a feeling of being dreadful. Wait, do not do that. Can be very serious, especially if something can hurt you or injure you. Or, I refuse to do it. I won't lie. That gives you a tone of angry or madness, okay, or wrath even. Over on the right-hand side, notice I have this really, really big list of tone words, and they are put in categories. We have positive, we have neutral, we have negative, and then we have some words that fall in the other category, okay? So take the time and read through this list of tone words so that you better understand how it is the author might feel towards the subject matter of the story. Remember, tone is the author's attitude towards the subject matter of the story, and mood, even though it's connected to tone, mood is the atmosphere or the feeling that is evoked in the reader or the audience. Okay, so again, take a look at these. You can pause this video so that you can read over these tone words that are put into categories. And as you read Twice I Walked with Dinosaurs Today, be sure to kind of pick out words that indicate or portray the tone or the author's attitudes towards the subject matter of the poem. If you have any questions about theme or tone or the poem Twice I Walked with Dinosaurs, please make sure that you reach out to your language arts teachers. Once you're done with this video, please be sure to watch the video of the read aloud and the walkthrough of the poem for today.